Greetings. This is Coyote Three Feathers, and I'd like to tell you about my fifth dark retreat that I recently did. There's a Green Bay Packers quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who recently announced that he's going to do a 4-day dark retreat to as a meditation to contemplate what to do with his life from this point. And that may be the first time a lot of people have heard about dark retreats. They would think, "A what? You're going to do what?" It's novel, it's interesting. Not a lot of people hear about it, but there are places who conduct dark retreats that may cost $1,300 to $2,000 for a week. Why they charge that much, I don't know. That's their business. But I've done five, so therefore I've saved $5,000 or $6,000 by doing it myself, plus airfare. Anyway, it was quite an interesting experience. I did 7 full days while fasting. It was it was my best one yet. I was comfortable. I had little aches and pains because when you're laying in bed for too long, your back might get sore. You just you're tossing and turning. I had to constantly remake my bed and get the sheets from all being all pulled and discombobbled. But I've learned a few things about it, and there are several different kinds of visions which I've experienced. There is the attached vision, I call it, which imagine seeing an image right here, and as you move your face around, the image stays fixed and right in front of your face or attached, like it's attached to something on your head, like goggles. And eyes open, eyes closed, doesn't matter because you're going to still see it. And then there's the fixed vision, which is like it's attached to the walls. So you can look around at the walls of your room as they're stationary as they are, but this vision is as stationary as the walls appear. They're all different. They're never the same. I've never had the same kind of image twice. And then there's location visuals where I can see the space I'm in. I was in a cave, I was in a barn, I was out in the desert, I was in different places. So it's quite fascinating to, I don't know if I wake up and see it or if I just suddenly become aware that I can see it. It's hard to tell because I don't know when I'm awake or when I'm asleep during the retreat because it all kind of blends together. Then there's the fractal visions. They can be images in a slideshow that's the same picture over and over. Spirals that go round and around and around, like you're diving into a whirlpool or coming out of a whirlpool. And then there's another kind that I had where you're diving into the vision. And the closer you get into the vision and you keep going, it's still as detailed. It's the same, my experience, it was the same topics over and over. I just was zooming into this picture, and it was quite a ride. And the other kind is the big vision, which usually comes later in a dark retreat. That one, I feel like I'm in another place. That's happened about 3 times that I can remember in the last three vision or dark retreat quests. And I have no knowledge that I'm in a darkened room. I'm in this other place. I nickname it going to Narnia. They go through the wardrobe for say and in this other place, and it's fascinating. It's I can't really. Doesn't matter what the image is for me. It's another location, and when you have it, it's like wow, this is cool. So it's quite an extraordinary journey. This last retreat, the theme that came out of it was chaos and calm. And I feel like I can be in the midst of a chaotic situation, whether it's a party or just a bunch of people chit-chatting in the same room, or possibly a more negative, chaotic situation. You can imagine whatever might be a negative, chaotic situation for you. But inside, it's like a calm lake or a quiet meadow. It's just calm. I just feel at ease. Like I can watch the chaos, but it's not in me. So it's quite fascinating to do these dark retreats because it has done something inside. It it's built up over the years. Done one a year, past 4 or 5 years. I forget when the first one I did, but it's changed me somehow. So I encourage people to give it a go. If you want to start, aim at 100 hours. That's a good starting point. That's not too long. 4.5, 5 days, maybe tops. I went for 7, and I know other people have gone longer. But also, I do it while fasting, and so 7 days is a good limit for me while fasting. Fasting is not optional. I mean, it's not necessary. It's optional. But if you need food, you need to have a double door food port where people can pass in food without letting any light in a room. There's something about zero light intrusion that helps out. I also take notes, and here's the notes that I took. Some of them are easy to read, and some of them I wrote too fast. I have my pad there, and I put my thumb up, and I write and print actually, so I can dot I's and cross T's, and then move my thumb down an inch, and then write. If I remember to write slow, it's more legible. A couple times I wrote too fast, and it's like, what did I write? But it's a way to put down what you're feeling, and then you don't have to keep it locked in your brain because it's on the paper. And then after the retreat, you can decipher it if you need to. And when it comes to coming out of the retreat, be very gentle. Come out at night, come out into a dark room, wear sunglasses or a sleep mask or something to ease your re-entry into the light. It it took me a day and a half to 2 days to get my equilibrium back. That first night out, I had more visual experiences as I lay in my bed. And it's been a little over a month now, and I still feel the residual something that it did in me. It feels great. It's just a fantastic experience. So if you ever get a chance to do a dark retreat, or there's some resources online, or I can help you out, or you can pay the $1,300 and have somebody else do it for you. But there's some protocols that I could share with you about safe ways to do it so that you're secure and safe and not worried about a variety of things. The big thing is the door to the room or the space you're in is never locked. So you're not trapped, you're not a prisoner. You're in there of your own devices. So anytime you want to stop the retreat, you're free to just say, "Hey, I'm done." Walk out of the dark room, and but just remember, just don't go into a bright light. Just be gentle on your eyes and give yourself time to readjust as you complete. And that is all. And I'm thank you very much. And if you want to learn more, just let me know. This is Coyote Three Feathers doing stuff in the dark.